Alright, so for this trick, we are going to be taking two pictures. The first picture is where we're going to take a picture of the computer screen, but we're going to leave some edge or border on the computer screen seen in the frame. So for example, I can see the wall behind the computer monitor on all four sides of it. Then we're going to make that our background picture, and then take another picture of our monitor. And it's going to look like there's a window over my hand that I'm reaching into the computer screen, and I'm just kind of grabbing the window and taking it out. So this is cool. You don't need any Photoshop for this. So let's get started. First picture, I'm just going to have my hand just like this. And I already got my settings on my camera all set up, so all I have to do is click the button and it's going to be done. Okay, so, whoop, I left out some edge. You want to make sure that you get all the edges in this thing. Just like that. Take another picture. Alright, that one came out much better. So, once we have that shot taken, we're going to take out the card and slide it into our computer, or a card reader if you have one, if that's what you use. Open the folder, and we're going to right click on that picture we just took, and we're going to set it as the desktop background, as so. So now we're going to open up a window. I'm just going to open up Notepad and place it over the hand, just like that. And I could type something on this if I wanted to, like, hello. Okay, and so that's there. Another thing I forgot to mention was when you take the first picture, make sure that you delete all the icons off of your desktop. That's always a good idea. What I did in this circumstance, I just dragged them over to my second monitor because I got a second one here. But if you don't have a second monitor, you could put them in a folder, just all in one folder, and that kind of removes all the clutter. Or you could just delete them and then move the folder. So whatever you want to do. Once you got it as your desktop background, take the card out, slide it back into your camera, and then get a window up over your hand. And I'm just using Notepad that says hello right now. So that's going to be right there. Now I'm just going to take another picture, but in this picture I'm going to zoom in. So remember how in the first picture it was zoomed out and we saw the wall behind the computer screen. This time I'm going to zoom in and only record what's inside the actual physical monitor. So let's do this just like that right there. Alright, so for this picture what we're going to do is we're going to take a bunch of pictures, and we don't have to worry about framing or anything like that. All we're going to be doing is taking one picture of our hand like this, setting it as the background, taking another picture with our hand in a slightly different position, setting it as the background, and so on. So let's do that for a few tries and see what turns out. I already got my camera settings all done, so I'm just going to do one up here. Okay, that came out. So I'm going to take my card out, slide it in my computer, set that sucker as the desktop background, just like that. Close the window, take out the card, put it back in my camera, and take another picture with my hand in a different area. So in other words, we could do this. That's what I'm going to do. Oh, I got some of my chin in that picture. Let's see if that worked. Yeah, that worked. Okay. Okay, so I got that one. Take out the card, slide it back in. Set that picture as the desktop background. Bam, we've got another level. And then slide it back in the camera again and take another picture. And now I'm going to actually overlap my hand in this one, so I'm going to go like this. Okay, so I got that. Then set it as a desktop, and bammo, it's done. Now this is pretty cool, but there's also another one that you can do that actually looks kind of weird when you're looking at it in real life. In other words, when people are walking around your computer screen, they're going to look at it and they're going to be like, they're going to look twice for a second. They're not going to go know what's happening. So in order to do that, it's pretty tricky. What you got to do is just take a bunch of shots of your computer screen without your hands in it. So for example, I'm going to set the desktop picture as just that regular landscape picture again. Slide the camera card back in my camera and take another picture. Just like that. Once I got that done, I'm going to set that as my desktop background. Okay. And now already, just when I'm looking at it, just like in regular life, like I'm just, it's kind of weird because you can see the wall texture, the same wall texture on the computer screen that's behind the actual computer. So this can be slightly amusing to impress your friends if you want to. So let's take another picture. Alright, got that. Take out the card, do the same thing. As you can see, there's a pattern here. And set it as the desktop. Bam, there it is again. And you can do this forever. You can make it go on to infinity if you wanted to. So that's something that is very tricky to play on your friends. Another very similar trick to this one is to hook up your video camera to your television. So you would want to take some RCA cables and have them transfer the video into the TV. And then what you do is you turn on your video camera and point it at the TV. What it will do is create like that mirror effect when you look, when you're in a fancy bathroom and there's one mirror in front of you and one mirror behind you. You'll see it just goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And it makes like this infinity tunnel. It's like really, really psychedelic and crazy. So that's another cool trick.